So I can't lie. When you see some of these women dressed in the carnival
I'm
costume,
like-
it looks like a bikini with one flower on each nipple
And bedazzling.
and
And feathers.
vajazzling. You know, Ray's keeping a straight face.
Yeah,
no,
yeah, it's-
we're not allowed to talk. But a vajazzle
Yeah.
and then
And
sparkly.
feathers.
Has that been imported for what happens in, say, Rio Carnival, where it is more skin on show, or is that just the mutation of what Carnival, whether it be Trinidad, UK, wherever, has mutated into?
I think the skimpiness is to do with social media. I think women have seen it, bought into it, and are longing to be what they see.
Right. Is there anything wrong with it, do we think?
I think there's two sides.
Double-edged.
To that.
Double-edged sword.
There's two sides to that. There's nothing wrong with, as I say, embracing your sexuality,
Yeah.
your empowerment. There's nothing wrong with that. But then on the other side, would you be comfortable with your school teacher seeing you dressed that way?
So I had an experience. Well, I had an experience. So I've taken my son's 11. I've taken him every year. When he was younger, we used to just go in his pushchair. We used to go down the Harrow Road, and there was a little park that he used to just chill in. You could hear the music and whatnot. As he got older, I took him into main carnival, into the zone. But we bucked up on two drunks. One I'm looking at, the other one's overseas. And they tried to offer him some rum, but we won't get into that today. But he, at one point, so we were stood against the wall. Our back was against the his back was against the wall. He stood in front of me, and we're watching. And you know what? I'm desensitized to it. I'm just thinking, there's a man whining on her bum, blah 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 blah. And he said to me, "Why is that man jumping on her bum?" He was about 8 at the time, and I struggled to answer the question. So Carnival is supposed to be. You got a kids' day. And then you've got an adult's day, but regardless, there'll be kids.
It gets so blurred now,
Which
innit?
day did you take your son?
My son was on the kids' day, which is the Sunday.
Right.
And but you know what it was? It wasn't people that were in a band. It was just people
Having fun.
the 21-year-old.
Right, okay.
What you know what I mean? And I it's not that I won't take him back. I think he needs to understand that. But where my thing comes in, when I explained to people that I wasn't overly happy with it, they said it's culture. And I have a real gripe about people saying that whining is culture.
Wow.
What's your thoughts on that?
Why do you think whining is not culture?
Why is it culture?
It's a type of dance.
It's a type of, but why is it culture?
It's
Because
Caribbean
it's
culture, just like
expressive.
salsa is a Spanish culture.
So
Tango is
I think
another culture.
tango and salsa are deemed as expression through dance, which is put into patterns of dance. So you can have a 3-minute...
And one of them is very close.
You can have a 3-minute salsa dance, which will be a pattern, almost like ballet. You could substitute the music for opera, potentially.
Would you disagree that one of them is close?
And I didn't say it wasn't. In like ballroom dancing, salsa could be akin to ballroom dancing. A girl bent over and a man whining on her isn't that.
why not?
Wait.
But it's not. It's not.
Wait. It's not a why or why not. I'm gonna help you out. As soon as you step outside of the original art to where it becomes vulgar,
Right, okay.
I'm not gonna justify anything.
And I
Right,
agree
okay,
with
fine.
that. And I agree with
So
that.
if you said a woman is bent over like a man is having sex with her,
Right.
or she's having sex with a man, this is not dance.
Right, fine.
Yeah? I can dance with a woman, she'd be fully dressed, not naked, but semi-naked, and respect the space between us and still offer a very gracious dance.
1,000,000%. I'm not
As
talking about
soon
that.
as the line crosses
Yep.
and you say that's carnival, this is where the line starts to blur.
In regards to that, so when you're doing that respectful distance, are you whining?
Yeah.
Whining is in
I could-
physical
yeah,
contact.
I could be whining. However, how I'm dancing can still respect the space and integrity of my partner.
So you mean, so you're not whining, you're whining.
No, you can be on the person
No,
whining
I'm
as well.
asking Dean.
She lost the whining
So-
king.
So to be honest with you, both aspects can work. However, depending on the skill set of the person I'm dancing with, will deter how I interact in
Ray,
that
I
dance.
believe whining has evolved
Yes,
into what it is today.
exactly.
Which
And the thing is, I wouldn't
which
even call that
not
whining.
necessarily whining. It's more of a
Gyrating.
Yeah,
Crooked, all right.
daggering.
No, it's not daggering. Don't bring yardies into
It's
this.
daggering.
Because most and that's also now in the music because women are being told more to bend over in songs. So if they're being told to bend over
And they're following the song.
they're following the song, then the guys are going to go behind them and gyrate.
And gyrate. Now, the thing is, what I find very interesting is when you find, and they're not as frequent as before, but when you find an artistically led soca song that can be danced to rather than daggered or whatever terminology we want to place on top of it, and you see a skilled man and a skilled woman dance together,
It's amazing.
it looks like poetry.
Yeah, it's amazing.
But the art itself is dwindling.
You have to remember there are different types of dance. There's forehop, which is very, very sexual. It's like dirty salsa. That's the only way I can say it. I can explain it. But it's still a dance form. It's still so you can dance in any kind of genre. It just depends on how you decide to take it. You can dance dancehall, and then all of you are doing, I don't know, signal the plane and whatnot. But then on the same note, you could be jumping
Jumping
off a
off the
speaker
speaker,
and
doing madness.
landing between a woman's leg on the floor. A woman's jumping in the air, doing the splits, and landing on a man on the floor. Nah,
So I think as soon as the art form is lost, the skills are lost and then the perception changes. Whereas, as I said, I'd go to Carnival and I would dance with when I say different types of women, different skill sets of women. And when I dance with them and I realise what they're on, will deter if I continue dancing.
oh, yeah, back off.
Like a mercy.
Are you serious?
Give us an
100%.
example.
Like,
Yeah.
100%.
Explain that a bit more.
If the right song's playing and I've got the right partner, they'll get the whole song, the intro, the reload, the chorus, the verse,
And the
and the
pullback.
outro. They'll get all of that.
So what will make you leave?
The wrong person,
So if you approach the woman to dance with and
Yeah.
they automatically
Bend
put their
over.
hands on the road,
if they're doing too much, I will stop.
So it's not about out of kilter. Like
It could be out of kilter, but
that's what I've heard.
I call bullshit.
That's what I've heard.
that's because you don't have the skill set.
I don't have the skill set.
No.
Please.
I don't know
you
what
don't.
out kilter
Please.
means.
I'm not the guy.
Out of
One
kilter
person's
means,
doing this,
and the other person's doing that.
Yeah, so you
It don't
know,
work.
let's not be ignorant. When girls have said he can't dance, or the classic thing is Jamaicans can't whine, or the whining pattern is different.
Yep.
They haven't got as much oil in the hips or
Jamaicans
whatever.
dance very well.
They do what they need to do. But in regards to soca, when a soca
right.
girl is dancing with a Jamaican man, unless he is off the skill set, he's not going to be able to match.
I don't class what they do today as dancing.
As in who?
The women that dance
Right.
in soca.
Okay. Explain.
Because and most of the guys that try to go behind them to dance, they stop dancing. Have you not noticed that? That's a trend.
So what's interesting, it's the same thing as in the point you made earlier in the podcast about using the word nigger.
Yeah.
There comes a point when you're singing it in the concert, and then when you leave the concert and someone sings it, you're like, what are you doing? You can dance in the concert, but when you stop dancing in the concert and you start doing nonsense, as the person who believes that can dance to an extent, I'll look at you and think, what are you doing? And happily walk off.
Funny thing is, you see women do it all the time.
Yeah.
They'll start
Happily
dancing
walk off.
They'll
And they'll
get
be
the
like,
freeze.
1 second,
and turn around and
this
look at the
guy's
guy.
this guy's too handsy.
Yeah, he's too excited. He's too
too
serious.
energetic.
It's too
Yeah.
grippy.
Yeah, he's too happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that, put your hands on.
It's too handsy.
I see some guys, they put their hand around the throat now.
I saw that.
That's
I
too
saw that.
much.
I saw that.
That's
I-
wild.
Yeah.
It's a new thing.
Yeah, yeah. You
so
know what?
Like, what are you
But
doing?
then some girls will look. I'm not saying
Man
it's
can't
all.
talk.
Rain, as soon as
But
you
just
drop
let me
the
finish,
standard
let me finish.
and you allow people to accept the new standard as the standard, it will keep declining until it gets to a point where in Rotterdam, they banned people dancing together